Well, we turn to Hawaii, where the head of Maui's Emergency Management Agency has resigned. Herman Andaya has faced criticism for choosing not to sound the warning sirens when the deadly fires broke out. He says he was concerned that residents would confuse the alarms for a tsunami warning. Officials say he is resigning due to health reasons. In a statement, Maui's mayor says, quote, "Given the gravity of the crisis we are facing, my team and I will be placing someone in this key position as quickly as possible." CBS News producer Elizabeth Campbell joins us now from Maui. Elizabeth, what more do we know about Andaya's resignation and a potential replacement?
Well, good to be with you, Lana. We know that there was a growing frustration that was becoming a more vocal frustration from residents here after he gave that press conference this week when he said he did not regret his decision not to sound the alarms. Many people said that any sort of warning would have given them just a heads up that they needed to have some sort of emergency to prepare for, whether that was a wildfire or a tsunami. So there was more and more backlash for him. Now, as you said before, we know that he is citing health reasons for the reason for his resignation. He hasn't given any more details about that. We do know it is effective immediately, and as the mayor said in that statement that you read, they are searching to replace someone as soon as possible, given the gravity of the situation they are facing here on the ground.
Well, Elizabeth, let's talk about the search. Officials have now covered roughly 60% of the burn area. They still say that there's more than 1,000 people that are unaccounted for. Tell us the latest on the search efforts there.
Well, we have seen that the pace of this search is increasing. When we were talking just yesterday, it was around 40%. So we are seeing people are getting to move through this area faster. The crews are working harder and harder. I know you've been talking about the cadaver dogs who have been working hard on this. So we're seeing more and more people show up and search that area. But it just continues to be such a meticulous process to find everyone and sorting through that ash. We do know we talked to a FEMA representative who told CBS News that they're finding a lot of people in their beds and a lot of people in their cars. So there's a mix of people who were sleeping and who were trying to get out and couldn't get out in time. So this is going to continue to be a long search process. As you said, there's still a lot of people missing, and they're hoping to find answers soon.
All the more reason why there's so much outrage over the lack of those emergency signals. Elizabeth, let's talk about President Biden, because he's preparing to visit Maui on Monday. What do people there say that they hope comes from the president's visit?
You know, a lot of people we talk to just talk about the continuing need. I think people really want everyone to know out there that this is going to be a long process. This is going to be a long recovery. Do not forget them a week from now. And they're hoping that by President Biden coming on Monday, that'll draw more attention to the issue. He will see the need that they need here. There's been a lot of neighbor helping neighbor, but people also tell us that they need more from the government. So while FEMA is here on the ground making a difference, they need more monetary donations. They need more support, and they need people to remember them. There's going to be a lot of rebuilding that needs to happen, and that's going to mean for a lot of people starting over from scratch, and they want to be able to keep their land and find a new home. So there's going to be a lot of continuous need, and they're hoping that President Biden, when he meets with the governor, when he meets with some first responders and hopefully victims as well, he will see that that need is going to continue to happen.
All right, Elizabeth, thank you.
Thank you.